with me today, there is someone who has made traveling a lot easier for us. During these times, it may be a little surprising, but we have an amazing story from Mr. Dhruvam Thakur, who is the founder of the Smart Taxi. Mr. Dhruvam, welcome to this episode where we are talking about the experience of the last 100 plus days, and we want to know life through the lens of Mr. Dhruvam.
Thank you, Abhishek, for having me in this conversation, and I feel really great being a part of it, being part with you for this conversation. To start, I am. Let me introduce something about myself, which most of the people would not be knowing. I'm actually a 34 years old guy and staying in Ahmedabad. From childhood, actually, I have certain things available in my mind, always fixed that I have to do something different, and that multiple times I have observed that. So that was the first. And second thing, whenever I came across failures in my life, I always have patience and calmness. I always dealt with that, and that my father, he taught me to deal very well with it with a calmness and patience. Another thing is always when people prefer to do it in a one way, I was always prefer to do it in another way. That actually helped me understanding more of the things in more depth, and created a lot of learning for me, which I am carrying today even as well in my life. Music is something which is very close to my heart, and I always prefer to listen to music whenever I do have a time. And me time, which I always prefer to enjoy for 20 to 30 minutes in a day, in which I always talk to myself and decide that what is the next step of actions I have to take whenever I came across any difficulties in dealing with the situation. So this is about it. Coming to the smart taxi as a background, very briefly, if I can say very crisply, we are actually a cab which is offering hospitalities like Airways and features like well-starred hotel. So everything we keep as a bundled package and we offer to the customers, so they get the ultimate car rental experience in the industry. As soon as you heard about the taxi, people do consider us like another model for popular app-based services available in India, but we are entirely into a different platform. Our core focus is on business to business association, that is B2B, where we currently operate with. We serve to multinational companies, banks, hotels, institutes, so manufacturing, service, KPOs. So these are our core clientele what we have, and we serve them currently. This industry, this company, I started with driving one cab which I was driving by myself, and then we slowly and steadily in span of 4 years, less than 4 years, we have expanded our services and made it available in 25 cities right now. More than 600 plus cabs are available with us in this journey. Yes, Abhishek, over to you.
That's amazing story, and that's great to know so much about you. So taking this conversation forward, the biggest concern or the biggest reason we are talking here is the last 100 plus days, the lockdown days, like we call it. How have these 100 plus days shaped up for the smart taxi?
Okay, this 100 plus days are actually brought us a great learning, and we were actually in a very right position to shape up ourselves quickly with that. Why I'm saying with so confidence is because the car hygiene was the topmost priority we were always insisting on. And at that point of time, when before COVID and after COVID, if I take the example, or then earlier days, people were preferred to travel in any type of a cab where hygiene was not so top priority for the people. But after COVID, I'm sure, and during the COVID time, people have started focusing. So if it was around fourth or fifth in the position in terms of a preference, that has become the topmost priority for every customer.
True.
So whenever people they book a cab, they always ask us that whether cab will be sanitized or not, and that is where we were actually in a very key role, or we were in a very safe place, because from day one we were insisting car hygiene as the topmost priority. So it was very easy for us to intimate or to inform our partners to jump to or add few new guidelines, because they were already ready to deliver or adapt to change for these things. So there was not much resistance as a number one. Secondly, the major shift what has happened is, like, we were, as I said, we are currently into B2B car rental industry, wherein we offer services to mainly to corporate companies. Individuals we do serve very less before COVID. But this thing, when lockdown implemented at that point of time, we found that the business B2B travels will be very limited in terms of numbers, because there are multiple guidelines issued by corporate companies for their employees, and there were many restrictions for travel on them. So actually, we found that the people, those who are in a need, are individuals. Those who are stuck somewhere, they are away from their home and they wanted to travel back home. So this is where and the second challenge what we found out is there were multiple guidelines which one need to follow when they have to execute the travel from one city to another, or maybe from one state to another. And people were having absolutely no clarity on the guidelines. There were guidelines, there were list of documents available, but no one was ready to refer that documents entirely. So there we actually pitched in and decided that we will start shifting our focus and helping the people, those who are actually stranded somewhere, and getting back them home with safety and all the compliance. So that is where we decided to study all the guidelines, including myself and all my team members. We just refer all the guidelines, because at that point of time every state was acting as an individual country. So every state has their own guidelines, central has their own guidelines. We merged everything together, and then we started and designed a banner. And remember, it was around, I think it was lockdown 4 or 3 which was announced. And that point of time government has given certain liberal relaxations for people to travel, and we were the first one to introduce the services that, and with a banner, I remember, it is stranded somewhere, we will take you back home safely and with compliance. So that was the tagline we have kept, and we have just posted in social media, and it went so viral that people have started taking screenshot, and they have distributed it into multiple WhatsApp group, and we started getting calls. And that was the highest ever called what we have received till date from since our inception. I remember it was around 326 inquiries what we have responded on to that date alone.
Wow.
And people, yeah, so people started calling us across everywhere from India. We have five phones from which we operate our helpline. All 5 phones continuously kept on ringing. And I found myself, I found myself, my team, juggling around, and they were not able to cope up with the requirements. So I said, don't worry, I will sit onto the helpline, and I have responded to many of the calls with the customer. Same way
Wow.
again, we have a policy there. We don't communicate anything over a call to customer, because in terms of a price there are a lot of inclusions and exclusions. So whatever we give it in a writing. We started communicating, that is where WhatsApp we used, email we used. So some of the people, they gave their WhatsApp number, we started communicating over WhatsApp. For 2 hours I communicated with people over WhatsApp as well, and provide them all the information. That is how we have helped people, starting from providing all the information related to charges, how they can apply for the permission. And fortunately we were the only services available at that point of time, and that is where we grabbed the maximum advantage out of it. But to do this, we have actually studied all these things and make it implemented very fast. To be precise, only 6 days we were ready to frame all the policies related to the services, and we were started implementing that, and that is where we help the people. So that is the two thing. And the most important part, as I always said, that we always roll out the dice and understand that how people are responding to it, and that is where we make the change. So recent, we have seen during this traveling that people were actually traveling on a very longer journeys, as well as their salaries and their businesses were having a great cut. So definitely there is an income problem, or there is a fund shortage which will be available. So that is where we came up with an idea that why can't we introduce the EMI service for the customers, wherein they can pay us in EMIs. And that this also we have implemented in just 5 days of time. And that is where we made tie up with the bank. We appointed the merchant and everything. We were just ready to implement that on ground in 5 days of time. So that also things are, so during entire lockdown we have actually geared up very fast in terms of things. And lastly, expansion was our very core focus, because we have decided as soon as people will start coming back to normal, we are the first one whom they should recommend or recall our brand, and that is where we'll get maximum advantage. So we have expanded services from 16 cities to 25 cities in just 10 days, without deviating any of the processes, any of the things we have implemented. We just made everything background ready during this lockdown period, and as soon as things get started, relaxation government has offered. So we were just ready with one by one 10 announcements. I believe it's 9 announcements together, day by day we have made, and all the cities we have started. So that is how the lockdown journey is for us. Yes, Abhishek.
Wow, that is an awesome thing to hear for a long time now, because such growth stories during these times are really rare to find, and it is really amazing to hear what you just said. Dhruvam, I'm sure while this success is on the north direction, I am sure you would have faced a lot of challenges during these times. Initially, when an immediate lockdown was implemented and everything was on a shutdown stage. So, what were the kind of challenges did you face, and how did you really cope up with them?
Yes, as you rightly said, and we are from the industry which is highest impacted in terms of, and if I consider, if there is a line, if I can consider and if I can simplify, if there is a line, there are all industries trending ahead of us, and we are the last one to stand in the line. So that was very clear from day one, and when the lockdown announced, we were anticipating certain things that these are going to come up. So we have always, this gauge. I believe it was mid of April where we started gauging the things that the business travel will not take much, and individuals is the one who are actually going to need the service. So that was the first thing. Secondly, in terms of a business, yes, it has impacted very well, but our focus will at the right time we started shifting and implementing the things. So that has helped us in coping us very well, and that is how the main thing what we have actually learned this time or we have implemented is the faster you are, the more benefit you will able to get, and that is what our core focus is. And in terms of the changes, as I already mentioned, we were in a very safe place in terms of implementing the changes, as it was very well accepted by our partners. They have implemented us whatever we have. Suppose for the COVID guideline, we asked them to sanitize their cab every time. We asked the driver partners to wear gloves and masks. Then all our customers were requested, our drivers to sanitize their hand, and then only allow them to board the cab. Whenever they have to board or deboard the cab, our drivers were actually instructed to open the doors, and then only our customers should board a cab. So these were the five main instructions which we have framed in a document and circulated to all our partners. We had a video conferencing with them. And the most important part, this lockdown which has helped us is like when our forefront means our core operations were not operating. At that point of time, we were actually building and making our backend very strong. So we have analyzed all the processes. Wherever we found the gaps, we eliminated that. We actually connected with all our customers during that time for checking that well-being. Okay, we connected through WhatsApp, because email is generally what we don't believe that people would like to prefer or read at that point of time. So these were the two main mediums where we connected with every customer whom we have ride with till date. And they also felt actually very well, when I spoke to some of them, when my team they spoke to some of them. So they felt very well, and it is also boosting a customer moral or customer relationship management, what we popularly call it into. So this is how the entire thing we have been, and this is how we cope up with the things. Yes, Abhishek.
Wow. So, I mean, there has been a lot of things that you've been doing since the lockdown has started, and I'm sure it would have been a lot of tiring things, kind of a tiring journey for you. Uh, what is that one thing that you desperately want to do once these things get back to normal, or improve to an extent that we can do something? What is that one thing you desperately want to do?
One thing as a personal you are asking?
Both on your personal level and for the smart taxi.
Okay, on a personal level, as soon as these things get regularized, because I am a very driving enthusiast person, and when I started this journey, I started this driving by myself. So I always prefer to travel a longer journeys, and I would like to take my car and ride it till maybe Leh or Ladakh if things permit. That is the first thing what I would like to do. Secondly, coming to the business, we have a couple of plans coming up, wherein we will see that and it is our core vision that we always focus on customer experience, and there is nothing else matters the most. So neither we focus on profit nor we focus on losses, but whenever it comes to the customer experience, we keep everything aside, and that is where our core focus is. So you will see certain announcements coming up. We are making our thing more transparent. There are a couple of video series we have planned, wherein we are implementing one by one that how we are processing the things, how it helps us in developing a concept which actually consistently delivering and committing the best quality experience. So we are planning to make it people engaged and more well versed with our processes, so that they can understand that how these people are able to deliver different quality of services than what is available in ground, because there are multiple multiple myths which is available right now in the market about us, that people, they are considering us like another model of a very popular app-based services available in India, but we are actually entirely a different platform. So we target to different set of audience. Our competitors are different. Our goals are different. Our services, our features, what we offer, everything is different. So that is the reason we have planned out this video series, and that is what we are going to do in terms of business. In terms of customer relations and services improvements, it is definitely a core for the smart taxi always, and you will constantly see certain innovations coming in, which will surely enhance our customer experience further. And whenever you book a ride with us, yes, Abhishek.
Great. I would just like the viewers to know that we got in touch with Mr. Dhruvam all because of social media, LinkedIn. So I want to ask Dhruvam, the impact social media brings to you and your business with the kind of amazing content that you've been doing all over this period.
Okay. See, I during this period there were a lot of negativities. People were fired from their jobs. Majority of them, they got pay cut. So there were all negativities around, and I not from the lockdown, but before that also, this is my regular practice. That whatever happens around to me, I always try to learn something from there, and it is my habit that I especially share this on LinkedIn. So that is where people started connecting with me. They started engaging with the content, and whenever since it is a real life stories, people always will able to connect them, or touch the right point with the content, and it gets more engagement. So that is where when then people definitely they juggle up, or they come up to the profile and they see that what this person is doing, and then they jump to our company page. So that generally the conversion ratio as between from 10% to 20%. Those who follow me, generally 10% of them, they definitely follow our company page. And from there, whenever they come across any such requirement, they actually first recall our brand. So and this all this growth from past 1 month or maybe two months now, by yes, we have actually did all this growth purely organic way, because of we have not fired any of the employees during this lockdown. We have not cut their salaries, but we have actually asked them to utilize and to think beyond the boundaries and create a content and design something which we can, by implementing which we can definitely grow in terms of organic way. And we are quite succeeded in that, because the results what we are seeing right now is amazing in terms of. And that is how the social media has helped us a lot in terms of getting required, especially for LinkedIn, because we are fully into corporates and business travel. Yes, Abhishek.
I can surely vouch for that because I have been constantly been following you and I've been seeing those updates, and I know it is 100% organic the way you guys have been doing content, and it's really helpful content. It's really amazing to see such things happening on LinkedIn. When this lockdown started, सबको ये लगा था कि छुट्टी का टाइम है, कुछ सीखेंगे, सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट करेंगे, lot of things, certifications होंगे, ये वो 3 months went by and a lot of people eventually realized कि time खत्म हो गया, हमने कुछ नहीं किया. But then there were a lot of people who did a lot of learning. So what were those things that you learned as part of your skills or as part of your business? What were your key learnings during these 100 plus days?
During this lockdown, actually, on a personal front, I got a very good time, a very quality time to spend with my family, because starting from this business and, handling this entire business with a very few people, because we are a very small team available here in Ahmedabad. So it was a very good time for me to get connected with people, to my family. So my wife, my son, father, I got very quality, I spent very qualitative time with them. Coming to learnings new, very few people know that, because music is very close to my heart, and I love to sing. Of course, I'm not so good singer, but definitely, at that point of time, I have tried certain karaoke music at that point of time, where I had certain track records, and I started singing and listening to by myself rather than spreading anywhere else. So that was the second thing, what I did. Third, my son is actually very fan of a great fan of a painting. He's a 6 years old, and I got a chance to, paint with him along with. So whatever what we both made a competition, and that is where few of the incidents even I shared on LinkedIn as well about that. That was the best three things what I learned about the personal, and I found it very helpful, very healing. Actually, it was a meditation for me, because I was in a need of that from quite some long time. Coming to business, before lockdown and after lockdown, everything for us, learning was a key priority from day one, because whatever we do by keeping our customer as a focus, we always learn from that. And it is not that we are, whatever stage we are at, we also have faced multiple failures in our businesses. We were almost about to bankrupt for 2 or 3 times. A few of my EMIs got bounced already. So there are multiple failures we have seen in the past as well, and from there we have learned and we implemented, and again we rolled on. So that was the strategy for the smart taxi as a business. But the core thing, what we have actually gained is how we have to transform a business in a very short period of time whenever something entirely suddenly announced and implemented. So that was the core learning for everybody at the smart taxi. We are 6 members in a team, okay, and everybody including me. So along with me, another 5 members are there. So all of us, we were passing through from a very big transformations in terms of a company. We were not knowing whether the strategies what we are implementing will fall in right place or not. So that was a risk what we have taken, but I'm very fortunate to say that it has fallen in a very right place and very right time. Yes, Abhishek.
I mean, I would like to congratulate you for that, for doing such successful things. But just 2 minutes ago, you said something, and I'm still stuck there, that you got into singing. And I would like you to sing at least 2 lines of your favorite song.
Actually, it's very difficult. I don't know. Maybe it may go well or it may go wrong. But anyway, since you said, let me just say a very key song which I always prefer to listen. It is like हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी, छाँव है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी, हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो. That's it. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you.
Great, great. That was great. Great learnings that you've been doing. So, just before we wrap up this conversation, I really want to know now, how do you see the future of travel industry? Because cab services is a part of this industry. The bigger picture is a lot of other verticals in the travel industry. So, what do you see holds in future for this industry after what all we have been facing?
Okay. See, generally, being this industry, specifically, I'll talk about a cab industry, because cab industry is going to see, from my perspective, I could see that people will prefer to travel something in a personalized, maybe the service which is more focused on in terms of car hygiene, as I already mentioned. So rather than going for a public transport, from my perspective, I don't know, industry experts are saying in a different way, but what I see as a future for the car industry is good, it's bright. Okay, those who are able to focus on a personalized services, because people will resist themselves in traveling into a public transportation, because by considering multiple hygiene parameters which either they follow, they may not follow. So there are multiple things which is running in back of a mind of a customer. So if somebody is offering a very assured service, people will definitely like to go for it. Second, this will also enhance people buying capacity, because of people will ready to pay certain more things if you are able to get. And that point, this point of time before COVID, this audience was very less, but I can see that this audience is scaling up very fast because of this time, and people are actually wanted to go with something which is reliable more. So that shift will also happen. So car industry, definitely it is on the last part of a line where we are standing. But whenever things will pop up, people are so bogged down and they are so frustrated with this lockdown, that as soon as things will start opening up, the first thing what they will execute is the travel. So we are hoping actually a very good time. People will start moving out everywhere, and with, of course, with the precautions they have to do this, and we are also completely geared up to that. So car industry, from my perspective, has a very bright future, and those who are into a car rental industry and focusing on shifting their transformations from normal service to something specialized or a focused service, they will definitely have a better days to come up. Yes, Abhishek.
Super. One last thing. What is the smart taxi's vision, and what, according to you, is the new normal?
The smart taxi vision is always being focused on a customer experience, as I said in the initial days, and we wanted to remain focused onto that, but still on a indefined, because the vision is something which you have to define yourself in, where something can people can measure and correlate with. So what we have framed the vision is, we wanted to be number one car rental company in India by 2025, with customer satisfaction as the highest parameter. Secondly, is a strategy what we are running right now with is we have actually planned to expand our services in 40 cities across India by 31st December 2020. And along right now we have a 600 cabs. We wanted to double that capacity. The number why it is minimal, and most of you, may be thinking because we actually deal with very best jam in the industry, and that is the reason the numbers what we kept is very minimal. So we actually filter them out with 6 processes, and that is where we finally ended up in tying up with either 1 or 2 partners. So that is why numbers are very minimal. But we are actually very proud that those who are associated with us, they are actually the best them in the industry and delivering consistent performance. And the most part is, on a long term and the main perspective and the main vision what I hold, and whenever I wake up, I always recall that vision. We wanted to be India's brand, which can represent India in local, in global. So we because Indian hospitality is something which everybody, all world is admiring of, and that is where Indian hospitality we wanted to take it across the globe and offer to the people across the different countries, and wanted to be a brand which stays in their heart, and we are from India. So that is what our long term vision is. Yes, Abhishek.
Great. So finally, for this industry, what do you think is the new normal?
Yeah, and the new normal, as I said, people they already started shifting from affordability, and they are ready to pay certain marginally higher prices if you are able to offer definitely a hygiene service. So that is where you have to build a confidence in customers' mind, because that is where they are actually lagging in most of the time when people are dealing with them. They don't get surety of what they need when they book a ride with you. And if you are able to get that surety and build that trust and confidence in customer mind, I think you will be a game changer in longer time. Yes, Abhishek.
Great. So there have been some amazing insights. There have been some amazing things that I never really thought of about this industry, and the kind of growth that you have been doing. Kudos to you and your whole team with the kind of hospitality and customer satisfaction you've been dealing with. One last message to all the viewers who are watching this during these times where we all are under some or the other kind of stress, some or the other problem, where we really need to come out of this. One last thing that you want to say.
Just one last thing. What I wanted to say is, like, life, it always throws. It is always a common thing that people will fail more than you succeed. So the success, if you get it 10 times, the failures will be, of course, 100 or 200 times. So never get disappointed during these failures. Always try to learn something and implement it into it. And this tough days, because time is always something which is a best healing power, and it always changes. So this is a tough time, I know, for the industry, for everybody, but I'm sure it is not going to stay for long. And it will surely the days will in the coming future. Yes, Abhishek.
Great. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you so much for the valuable information that you have given us. And I so wish that you continue giving people the best journeys of their life.
Thank you so much, and it was a privilege for me to be on this show. Thank you.